Hi guys, I'm Mrs. Gutierrez and today we're doing a culinary trip around my hometown. So today we're going to one restaurant and we're going to one store. So come on, let's go. Okay guys, so I think I'm first gonna go to Supermercado. I'm gonna be going to El Rancho. I used to go there all the time as a kid, and I'm gonna look at it differently with the eyes of someone who's never gone there. Because I need new things for my car. So this lighting's really bad because the sun is in my eyes. But up here, and up there you can see all the things they have sale. They have fruteria, mascariscos, carniceria, panaderia, and cocina, which is pretty cool. So walking first in, you are introduced to a bunch of bread and candies. I think it's really cool and sweet. Especially here, I'm writing my my paper about this, about how La Virgen de Guadalupe is really prominent here in these cultures. So here has a better picture of all the pan dulces, like sweet breads, Rancho has to offer, and all of them are fresh, made every day, I think. And here are the cakes and stuff. And walking around, we have this little juice spot, you could say, and they sell juices and stuff. Like here, like they sell like a bunch of drinks and stuff. Sí, dame una grande de tamarindo, por favor. Bought a agua de tamarindo from here, and it's so good. I love it. But they sell a bunch of here, so you can shop and like drink and eat when you're shopping here. Walking more around, we come to the seafood space they have here, and right next to it is all the fruits. Going to the produce section, we see that a lot of almost everything here is printed in both Spanish and English, including some of the products they sell. So this is one of the locations where you can buy a lot of the candy that you don't find here in the United States. Most of them they buy from over there from Mexico, and then they bring it over here. The thing that I see here is they're starting to start selling Malta Goya. And Malta is a very popular drink over there in I think Cuba. Oh, sorry, here. And it's really cool. Here's more of the stuff I said about having new imports that I haven't seen before. And then having all the really popular flavors they have over there in Mexico. And then over here we have the more American Cokes, you see. It's pretty cool split that I see. One side being more Mexico and the other side being more American. The thing I wanted to point out is that the butcher here is more reminiscent to the butcher over there you find in like Mexico or like other parts of the world instead of here. Because here you go to an American butcher and you see like your regular cuts, like your sirloin, your steaks, and in here you see more cuts that I know, like picada de puerco or like costillas and stuff like that. So here's the main aisle I wanted to go today. It's this aisle because they sell the car fresheners that I don't see anywhere else. It's pretty cool. Like this is the only place I can find them, and they sell a lot of them. So la chiquita fresa, la fresita I mean, is a really popular car refreshener, especially in Mexico, like where my family's from. My mom always had this when I was growing up, my uncles, everyone. And so I had the pine one last time. So I guess I'll get the lavender one. And here I'm walking through the washing aisle, and oh, that reminds me, they have this episode. So a lot of people, especially in Mexico, like my town, they still wash by hand, having to use this episode to add to the water and like make sure everything's clean. And just pointing out, here we see more statues of the Virgin Mary. That is the only time I really see them a lot in this store. Couldn't get as much video as I wanted. There's a lot of people, and I got really shy recording. But I think I got enough video to make effort to talk about it. So now, after coming back and walking a lot, I'm excited to eat now. And so we're gonna go to this restaurant. I was deciding which one to pick, and I think I'm gonna choose Chile Limon, which is like it's a pretty small restaurant, but it's still pretty popular in the area. So I'm gonna go there. Now that I'm driving, I'm imagining myself driving for the first time, and I noticed that Odessa has a lot of Spanish words, like Spanish titles, signs that would be weird because even though America doesn't have a national language, the language of the government, the language of business is English. So seeing words like por vida, azteca, what's another one I see right now? Dinero, fajitas, all of those. It's really interesting how the majority of the people who live here are from Hispanic descent or are Hispanics themselves, having become through their families being immigrants or them themselves being immigrants. It's really interesting seeing how that influence, that culture has a really big impact on the way signs are made. Another one, Salcedo. So going around and talking, which you're not supposed to do, don't talk and drive. I can't, at least. I think I actually missed my stop. So here's the restaurant I'm talking about. Chile Limon. Need to find parking. Ground park now. I'm really excited to eat here. I ate here once, but it wasn't my whole family, so I didn't really pay attention to my surroundings. So I'm excited to like really see what's going on. So I'm here at the restaurant already, and Limon con Chile. I was saying the name backwards, but I'm seeing the restaurant. They have everything very colorful again. They have pictures at the bottom. And another thing that I see is that some of the words are in Spanish, like birria, carnitas in Spanish, and then all the rest is in English. So here's the restaurant already. And I already ordered a either pollo enamorado, which is like boiled chicken covered in mole sauce, or I got a tlaxcala azul, and then I ordered this café en de olla, and pretty good. I really like it. Over there, they have a really important Mexican figure. I forgot his name, which is really bad of me, but he really helped with the revolution. And then over here we have Frida Kahlo, we have some actors. This is, I forgot again. And over here we have Pedro Infante. I know him, I like his songs a lot. Yeah. So I just got my food, because I didn't think they'd be this big. I think it's too much actually. So I just came back from the restaurant and I didn't feel comfortable recording in there, so I didn't record a lot of stuff in there. But overall experience was very, very nice. The waitresses were very nice. I couldn't find parking, and I was confused about which part was parking, which part wasn't. So I asked, and they told me. I was thinking they were gonna be like tell me somewhere else, but nobody just told me park right there. I was like, okay. And when I was ordering, and when I ordered, they kept coming to me, and they were like, "Are you okay? Are you enjoying your meal? Enjoying your meal?" And that. And I did see the chef. You have a direct view of him, but I couldn't ask him question. People came in, like this whole family came in, and I think they ordered like 2 things per person, and he was busy. He was like, but I do know some things about him. I do know that he is trained professionally as a chef. He was trained in Mexico, and he came here, and they're gonna open a new restaurant. I think this year, mid-year, or they already opened it. I haven't checked, but I would love next time I go to ask him a few questions about like how he knew that his calling was to cook, especially how he decided to open up Limon con Chile. And the meal, talking about the meal was a tlaxcala con maíz azul, which is like a blue corn, basically. And then it had toppings of queso fresco, nopal, and then like the bistec. And it goes for, I think it was like 19 something. So it was pretty pricey. I'm not used to paying that stuff for like meals. But I thought it would be worth it just to like, get on one of the more like specific like what he's known for. One of the things they're known for. So I got it, and it was very good. I can say it was very, very good. I didn't think it'd be so soft. Like it was really soft. Like eating it, I would get it confused with the beans, the frijoles. And so the tlaxcala was layered with beans, and then kind of a pico de gallo, but it was just made with nopales, which is a cactus, prickly pear cactus, and then tomatoes, onions, and then it had cubes of queso fresco. No, cubes of pamela cheese, and it was really good. It was really good. I highly recommend if people want to go there. Highly recommend going there. And to drink, I did get the Café de Olla. I did go a while back, and it was sweet. I feel like they make it too sweet. That's my only a criticism. So I did get a half and half of regular coffee, but it's really good. It's really, really good. I love how they make Café de Olla. So while I was ordering, I ordered in Spanish, and almost everyone that worked there knew Spanish. And that's another thing that I find almost all Mexican restaurants here in Odessa have. Almost all the workers that work in it are Hispanic, and if they're not Hispanic, they understand Spanish. And I believe it's because most of the people that go there order in Spanish, assuming, and so they just hired people who already know to not bother them. Where I work at HTO, and we do get some Spanish speakers that just speak Spanish, and almost everyone already knows the flavors in Spanish, which is really interesting here in Odessa, that you already know the Spanish words for something. Even so, actually, I do know for one of them off the top of my head, Café de Olla, which means coffee of pot, like pot coffee, basically, is traditionally made in a big clay pot. You put the coffee grounds, and then you put all the spices that go in it, and then you put the sugar. And it's the sugar to use, the specific sugar, and it's called piloncillo, which is raw cane sugar that's not bleached or have all the liquid evaporated. It comes like it looks like a rock. But the little history behind it is that supposedly, or during the Mexican Revolution, women fighters, because there was women fighters at the time. I don't remember their name. I think they were called Adelitas, but if I'm wrong, I put myself saying it right now. So, what they did, because the fighters needed to keep fighting or keep them awake long enough, they started making these coffees that you could just reheat and reheat. And coffee is known for having a weird aftertaste when you reheat it and reheat it and reheat it. And so then they added spices, and most the common spices that they used were cinnamon. I think in some places they use orange peel as one of them, or like citrus, and then star anise, all of those types of seasonings, and then they added sugar. And so that could be always like reheated for later on, drinking cold, drinking hot. And here in Odessa, I haven't really seen a lot of places sell it. My whole life that I lived here, I've only seen maybe 4 places where you can, or it's in the menu and you can order it. And even my family doesn't really make it. I've made it here and there just because I heard about it and I wanted to try it, but it's not really coming here to have Café de Olla. Another thing that I know culturally, or a little bit of history, is the Tlaxcala. And so what the Tlaxcala is, even with me saying it, it's not a Spanish word. It's probably a Nahuatl word, or one of the languages that was surrounded or near to where Nahuatl was spoken. But it's a corn. It's a dish made out of corn dough. The one I ate was made out of blue corn. That's why the menu item said Tlaxcala Azul. And corn was viewed as the food you eat for many of the cultures in Mexico during the pre-colonial era, just because that was like the first, or one of the first crops that they domesticated. I believe Europe or domesticated, I don't know if it's either carrots or something like that, and China domesticated rice. Mexico domesticated, and Central America domesticated chile, potatoes, corn, something I forgot. And it was really interesting eating it and thinking to the course, and thinking that this was probably something that they would have eaten, like opting out, of course, like the beef. There was some beef over there at that time, or the seasonings that he used, the chef. But overall, it was really interesting having to eat something that
was basically a part of the land here for a while.
Coming back from town, um, I just want to like sit here and say that walking around with like this new person like has never seen or does it before, looking for specifically like the Hispanic culture in here, I really realized that people really do bring where they're from to where they are. Um, Walking into a rancho, I was hit with like color. I was hit with like candies, breads, drinks they're used to, fruits they're used to, vegetables, products. It was really like it was really like eye opening to see how people like really wanted to like feel at home, being so far from where like they used to just like stop by at their store and like grab some aguas or like grab fruit. Seeing people really try to bring that feeling from over there to over here was really cool. Um, Also at a rancho, I also saw that they had no imports. This one drink called malte, sorry, um, which is not a popular Mexican drink. It's popular with the Cubans, and so Odessa has been having an influx of like Cuban people coming, immigrating for the past couple of 3 years, and so it's really interesting to see a rancho, uh, mostly a Mexican supermarket, trying to get those products in, trying to appeal to the new growing the demographic in the area, which is really interesting. And at the restaurant, I just really noticed how the chef and the waitresses were really, really passionate at what they were doing. They kept checking up on me, asking if I liked the food, if I wanted more coffee and this, the colors, bringing their history, art history with Frida Kahlo, history, like with Pancho Villa, entertainment history with Pedro Infante, and that one actress name, I couldn't remember her name, but I know her, she's really important. And just seeing how the community here really holds itself together. It tries to give people with the same background or like similar backgrounds the same opportunity that like they want to feel represented in their own town. And so then the community just keeps growing stronger, bigger and bigger. And really part I'm I'm really glad to be a part of the community, and I really hope that me seeing these eyes as someone from outside the community really helps me in the future interact with people from different communities and like share our cultures and get a better grasp on how not everything's so different compared to other people.